to Let's Ride Around Europe. There seems to have been a recording difficulty on my last video. Something went wrong with the SD card, or I suspected maybe it just got too hot. I'll have to examine that when I have some time. But I did in fact make it to the charging station. So I'm now leaving whatever that town was. Nagold. She said second exit. Now leaving Nagold. Heading for Freudenstadt. I'm on my way from Stuttgart to the Swiss border. Just taking in some nice roads in the this way, right? This is the way you went. Yeah, this is not the way you went. That's the way I'm gonna go. Here, and we can take Google's recommendation. You're a pain in the ass, Google. I would like you to know that. What was I saying? Yeah, I got charged in Nagold. And I didn't charge all the way. Didn't need a full charge because it got a bit closer to where we're going. But yeah, there wasn't any shade. Not long after I pulled in and started charging, this guy came along in a Moto Guzzi. He was like, "Oh, I see Ducati stopped with his rider is sitting in the ground looking at his phone. I better pull in and check that he's okay." He was surprised. It was like, "Oh, it's an electric bike. Whoa!" I was like, "Yeah." Like we had a chat. He's like stuck around and like chatted to me all the way through my charge. It was really nice of him, actually. Yeah, that was good. He was like, he thought it was really interesting, and like we chatted about going on tour and like Moto Guzzis being weird and electric bikes being different and all this stuff. Yeah, it's always a good experience when that happens. So that's helped improve my mood. I am amazingly late now. I wasn't really on any kind of serious like schedule or anything, but it's basically taken me 4 hours to get from Stuttgart to Nagold and then get on the go again, which is pretty horrendous. I'm not gonna lie. Like, it took me an hour and a half to get to Cal before it was gonna charge up. And yeah. Yep. I don't know where the last episode cut out. I know I got about 18 minutes of it. And I don't know how far into So I'm not going to talk about any of the stuff that I talked about in that episode again, even though, yeah, no, it was some good chat, and yeah, well, yeah, I guess we just have to keep on rolling. What's next to my chat roulette? Ooh, that's something for today. It is a little cooler. It's been cloudier, so like the insulation has been less. It's good. Yeah, on this hot day, I've written down to talk about a cold ride. So, I talked about riding on ice and snow before, but there was this one time where, you know, my mum wanted me to come home for Christmas, and I was like, well, I could get a bus, or I could ride my motorbike. And yeah, bus, because there is no other option. Like, there are no trains, there are no planes, there are only buses. And it was snowing. Not on the day that I actually travelled, but several of the days previously. All of the major roads were cleared, so it's not too bad. It's not like I was riding on like snow and ice. I was riding on roads that had been cleared. So I'm going to turn right somewhere up here. And I mean, this does look really pretty. Egenhausen. Yeah, right does take us to Freudenstadt. But this was on my Phaser. Phaser 600, which I really liked. Now it's important to realize that it was a carbed bike. This is important because carbs have these like foibles, these little issues with them that a lot of people, when they talk about how great carbs are, kind of gloss over. But one of those relates to riding on cold days. So, if you're riding along, say on a motorway, and there's a lot of cold air on the motorway, off onto like a little town or something, and you stop, and suddenly nothing. Right? What's happened is the actual walls of your carburetor have gone really super cold, like down to freezing. And the moment you roll off, close the throttle, it freezes shut. And then, you know, you're like, okay, it's time to go, and your bike's just like put. it'll stall out. Like even if it doesn't stall out, it's gonna just chug. You have no power. Just wind that thing on. There's nothing, and then you'll get the power back. Like it will. It will resolve itself. Second exit. That guy's got problems. I don't have any tools though. That was the thing with the guy. He was like, "Oh yeah, you know, I live just up the road and I'm a motor mechanic. I've got tools." I don't think there's anything I can do to help that guy. It looks like he's got a battery issue. Do you know what I don't have? Battery issues. Battery's hot, but I don't have issues with it. But on the way home to my mum's place, okay, there's a motorway for the first bit. It goes about 50 miles. And then for after the motorway, there's like a pretty good quality dual carriageway, or not dual carriageway, single carriageway. And it's wide, it's broad, it's got a good hard shoulder. There's no sharp curves or anything. And then there's a town. The town is kind of glorifying it. It's more of a village, but basically in this town there's a sharp right turn, like a really sharp right turn. The turn just like the road just goes right. And then the other end of the town there's a sharp left. The road just goes left. And of course, you know, I've done 50 miles of the motorway. I've done another, you know, maybe 10 or 15 miles on this nice wide open single carriageway, and it's beautiful. And you know, it's a freezing cold day. I was cold, the bike was cold, the carbs were primed for icing. Yeah, well, I got into that first turn and it was fine, and then rolling slowly through the village. I go around the second turn and I give it the beans, because that's where the town ends. You know, it goes back to the national speed limit. Nothing. Just nothing. I'm like, come on, let's go. Just slow, very slow build, and then it comes back. I'm just like, oh. Yeah, carbs. Just no nostalgia whatsoever. But then I wasn't done, right? This is the first bit. So I still have a lot of road to get through, and it's been snowing. All the side of the road is all snow. Like I'm passing little side roads where everyone who lives up that side road is just parked on the hard shoulder of the main road and walked it. Right? It's that kind of weather. And the main road itself is clear, so that's good. I'm not affected. But it's cold. I'm bloody freezing. Right? And yeah, I did my halfway stop. It's like a petrol station with a decent sized shop, a tea machine, and like 2 chocolate bars and a cup of tea and a sandwich. And on I go. It's getting colder as I go. Because, you know, losing the day, there's only so much day in it. I should have left earlier in the day. But I get to not too far from home, right? At the point where I'm like 15 miles from home. And the salt buildup on my visor is so bad that since the sun has got down and it's got dark, I can't really see properly. So, put my visor up. When I got home to my mum's place, I had burned my cheeks from the salt from the road. So bad. That's why my cheeks are a little bit red these days, you know. You can see it sometimes in pictures of it. That's not entirely the worst thing, because like my fingers were so sore. You know, like it was really cold. It was freezing temperatures. My fingers were really sore. My feet, like my toes had gone. Like from, oh, it's so cold, they're so sore, to they're numb, I can't feel them, to now they're sore again, right? Like I got back to my mum's place, and I was shivering, my feet were sore, hands were sore. She like put out a thing of lukewarm water for me to like stick my feet in, like not hot water, lukewarm water, right? Just like regular body temperature water. Because I needed to bring, like, I needed to get some heat into me, but like not too much heat because that'd be dangerous. I just needed to warm me back up. Yeesh. That was dumb. Just FYI. And you should learn from my experience and not do that again. It's a nice square car. Yeah, you should learn from my experience and not do these things. Else you too will have stories to tell people. But yeah, I think that's the coldest I've ever been in my life. I didn't even have to go anywhere for it. It's not like Ireland's a particularly cold place even. Far left to go before Freudenstadt, so I'm not sure what its game plan is. Surrey is rather beautiful. Like we have the open fields back there. I've got the forests encroaching here. There are going to be some really good roads. I think just because of where the chargers are, we didn't get to really get some of the good stuff, but there's more coming up. And I'm sorry if like the recordings are a bit patchy. You know, you try, but sometimes it doesn't work out. Here? I get the feeling that it's not here. This one? I think we're basically there, but I do actually want to bring you into Freudenstadt itself, not just to its outskirts. First exit. I had considered staying in Freudenstadt along the way. Okay. That's kind of neat. Is that the train station? Wow. It's pretty decorative. I'd look at it, but there's a bus in the way. It's a very interesting design. how these places are all painted. Different colors, bright colors. It's good. It's not really a lot of drab grey or just endless swaths of brick. That's something I find really depressing about British towns. It's just like everything is brick all the time. Trying to figure out if this is a bit that I've been along before. Because I've been to Freudenstadt like at least 3 times at this stage. And it's very pretty in the middle, which is why I wanted to stop by again. It also affords me a chance to change batteries and stuff for the next section. What? Not sure I agree with that, Stone. Google. Like, I'm nowhere near my destination. Is Google okay? Like, where are you bringing me, Google? For reference, my destination is a beautiful town square. Yeah, no shit. Right, you know what? I think Google doesn't know where I am. Google was just set completely wrong. Yeah, for some reason Google was set to the wrong destination.
Turn right, then turn right. Turn right.
Oh, back to the nicely coloured houses. Right, okay. So it's not too far out of the way, but I did end up sitting at a traffic light for ages for no reason. This left? A bit led to be turning that. Hopefully. got some shed. Whew. Here we go. I was about to be like, well, I guess I better say something. There we are. This is much more familiar, actually. This is what we come into Freudenstadt for. It's a pretty town. It's a pretty town. I am in the sun. Is there shade behind me? There is not shade behind me. Ah.
Turn right. Then, turn left.
Yeah, beautiful little square. It's pretty cool. Yeah, lame. Yeah, like just it's very beautiful. The tower over there, museum, Stadthaus, it's a cafe, another church over there. Fountains, they're cool. I didn't get to see them last time. You got traffic lights that you're stuck at for ages. Yeah, the usual things and pretty little towns. You got the sun beating down at you while you're waiting for the traffic lights. I'm sure these are the kind of things I should be concentrating on at the present moment in time. There we go.
Turn left. Then, turn left. Turn left. Then, your destination will be on the right.
Just go in here.
Your destination is on the right.
So bus parking. But we're just gonna go over here. We're gonna. Oh, look at that! It's beautiful. Yeah, check this place out. It is really, really pretty. Yeah. This is what a small town should be like. Oh, I guess it's kind of a big town. You know what I mean. Like, it's not a city somewhere. It's just like a town. You got all this nice stuff. Yeah. Anyway, yes, this is the end of the episode. That's what I was trying to remember. I should get some liquids. This is the end of the episode. If you would like to say something about it, you can find the comment section below. If you enjoyed it, give it a like. If you did enjoy it, I would recommend maybe checking out some of my other videos, and if you enjoy those, you could consider hitting subscribe and the bell, and you can find My coffee link in the description below if you'd like to reward me for entertaining you today. Bye bye.